Imagine this. The people you love the most, the ones who raised you, the ones who should have had your back through everything, turn on you. Betray you in a way that feels like it came out of nowhere, and worse, you had no idea it was happening all along. It's a nightmare, right? You never expect the ones closest to you to betray you. But what if I told you that my own mother and sister, people I trusted with my life, did just that? They used my fake signature to steal from me, to manipulate me, and all while pretending everything was fine. Here's the thing. Family is supposed to be your safe space, right? They're supposed to protect you, love you, never hurt you. But what happens when that trust is shattered? When the very people you think you can rely on are the ones pulling the strings behind your back. You take a deep breath, leaning back in your chair, clearly struggling to process what you're about to say next. This is my story. And if you've ever felt betrayed by someone you love, someone you never thought would hurt you, you're not alone. Keep watching. This is going to hit home for you. Before I get into the details, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been hurt by someone close to you? Hit that like button if you've ever been betrayed by family, friends, or someone you trusted with everything. And subscribe to stay connected, because I'm sharing this story with you to help you realize you're not the only one who's gone through this. Drop a comment below, let me know how you felt in that situation. I really want to hear your story. It was supposed to be a normal family dinner. You know, the kind where everyone gathers, exchanging stories about their day. The house was warm. My sister was telling her usual jokes, making everyone laugh, and my mother, sitting at the end of the table, had that comforting smile. But as I sat there, I felt a sense of unease wash over me. Call it intuition, call it a gut feeling, but something felt off. I couldn't pinpoint it then, but looking back now, I know what I felt was the calm before the storm. I remember thinking, maybe I'm just being paranoid. I had always been the type to trust my family. My mother had raised me with a sense of loyalty, family first, always. I'd always thought that the love we shared was impenetrable, that no one could come between us. But as I took a bite of my food, I noticed that my sister seemed more distant than usual. She was still cracking jokes, but it felt forced. And my mother, she was quiet. Too quiet. Her eyes darted to my sister a few times, as if they were sharing some kind of secret, and I didn't know it. But I wasn't concerned. I figured I was overthinking it. Little did I know, the two people I trusted most in the world were planning something that would tear me apart. It wasn't until a few days later that I started noticing the small, strange things. It began innocently enough. I was doing some paperwork. Taxes, bills, the usual grown-up stuff. I glanced at the counter and saw a piece of paper with my name on it. But it wasn't something I recognized. It was an official document, clearly important, with my fake signature on it. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Maybe my sister had used my name for something trivial. But as I leaned in to take a closer look, I noticed something strange. The document wasn't just a form, it was a transaction confirmation for something I hadn't approved. The first wave of panic hit me like a punch to the gut. This isn't a mistake. But I was in denial. I brushed it off, thinking, it's probably nothing. I'm just being paranoid. But deep down, I knew this wasn't something I could ignore. I couldn't let it go. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept racing. I had to know what was going on, so I started digging. I went through my emails, looked through every single document I could find, and then I found more. Multiple transactions. Each one tied to a fake signature, my signature, on documents that authorized bank transfers, loan approvals, and more. The more I looked, the clearer it became. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't some mistake. Someone, my family, had been forging my name to make financial deals behind my back. They had been signing contracts with my name, making decisions without my consent. The worst part? I never saw it coming. Every time I had trusted them with something, I had no idea I was being manipulated, controlled, and used. The next day, I couldn't hold it in any longer. My heart was pounding in my chest as I gathered the evidence. I felt sick. I didn't know what I was going to say, but I knew I had to face them. I sat down at the dinner table with my mother and sister, trying to steady my breathing. The air was thick with tension. I placed the documents in front of them and asked the question that had been haunting me. Why? Why did you use my signature to steal from me? My mother looked shocked, like a deer caught in headlights. My sister didn't say a word. She just looked at the floor, avoiding eye contact. We thought we were protecting you, my mother said, her voice shaky. You were too busy with school and work. We just wanted to make sure everything was okay. But that was a lie. I saw it in her eyes. They had been planning this for months, maybe longer. They saw me as someone they could use, someone they could control. What followed was a long, painful silence. We tried to talk, tried to work things out, but the damage was already done. The trust was gone. How could I look at them the same way after knowing what they had done? It wasn't just about the money, it was about the betrayal. The people I had trusted with my life had destroyed everything. I know how it feels to have someone you love stab you in the back. It cuts deep. It leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew. And if you've ever been through something like this, I just want you to know you're not alone. Now, I want to hear your story. Have you ever felt betrayed by someone close to you? Have you had to deal with family betrayal like I did? Drop a comment below and share your story. We're all in this together. If you liked this story and want to hear more real-life accounts like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next one.